Hi there and welcome to 2 Minute Watches. Today we've got a Longines HydroConquest GMT. This is the 41mm model in blue. There's also a black and orange one and also a 33mm variant. But as the trend for watches very much is going to the smaller end, the 41mm I think interests most people. So the HydroConquest range has quite a long history. This is an upgraded kind of model. They've in the last HydroConquest range, they've added the ceramic bezel, and here they've added the GMT function too. This comes with a nice blue kind of color scheme. The black and orange also looks quite good if you're into that. So the main thing they've changed here, you've got the design language around the markers as well. Gone are the 369 big Arabic numerals that I think put a lot of people off, and they've gone for a much cleaner design now with the battens, square date at 3. And they've put a circle in there, circle markers in the 6 and 9. I guess it makes it less plain and boring in a way. But yeah, I think from what I've seen, it's a bit divisive. You've got quite a lot of shapes going on here with the batten, the snowflake, the circles, and obviously with the outhand. So they've kind of cleaned it up, but also they've kind of clustered it to some extent. Otherwise, you know, very, very gorgeous looking, slight sunburst dial with the, I think it's an applied logo. Yeah, you've got the applied logo, although the text is printed. The ceramic bezel looks really sharp. It makes it much more of a kind of dressy diver, a modern diver, compared to particularly the older HydroConquest range, which had a stainless steel bezel. You've got a nice logo with the marked crown. The back, you have a solid case back with the Longines logo and the globe and the winged hourglass. Solid bracelet here, milled clasp, and you have the on-the-fly adjustment as well, which is a key differentiator, I think, at this price point. As I said, 41mm case size. It's competing a little bit. You only get it around the £2,000 to £3,000 mark. You're heading towards the Tudor Black Bay, some way off the Omega, but it's got Omega design language. I think similar looking navy bezel. It is a darker blue, more towards navy blue than the kind of mid sea blue of the Omega Seamaster. So I think it's the darkest blue of the lot, and personally to my liking. I think the other blues hues a bit brighter. This is my favorite. So let's kind of put it on the wrist. I think that's my main concern for a person with quite small. So here we have the Longines on my 6.25 inch wrist. I think it's a 48mm lug to lug. I'm quite a rounded wrist, so that you can see the bit of a gap around the edges, but it is definitely wearable. I would say it is on the chunkier end. It's slimmer than, say, a Seamaster 300, which has a 50mm lug to lug. This is 48, so it is kind of sits within the edge and the surface area of the wrist, but it's the case is quite slab-sided, which does make it wear larger than I think it should do. And I'll just quickly put another watch for you to see that comparison. Here to illustrate what I'm talking about, you can see again, you can barely see the case on the Oris behind the bezel. They've kind of done a lot to hide it, whereas you can see that the bezel does hang off the wrist quite a lot on the Longines, particularly have rounded wrists. So something to think about between the two, depending on the kind of size of your wrist, the style, and what you're kind of looking at for your watch. But yeah, do let me know what you think of these two, and do like and subscribe if you like the content.